Good morning, this is Mandy from Soulfully Soil. I just want to show you a little bit of what I'm dealing with here in the food forest in my yard in Monarch, Alberta. In being gone for several weeks, well 5 weeks, the last 5 weeks, the new food forest area with all of the mulch, there's probably 3 inches of mulch. When I came home, what I discovered was this bindweed had just totally carpeted everything. I was super surprised to see that it was able to grow up and through that mulch so quickly. And it looks like its purpose is to get a really good ground cover on the ground and retain the moisture. And so I've been battling this bindweed. They say it's one of the worst ones for just because they're so prolific. And you can see, and so what they do is they crawl up your plants and they start to pull them down and they smother them. And so with more hardier plants, that's totally, okay and manageable. But when we have weaker perennials that are trying to establish, or in your annual garden, it totally destroys it. It pulls my potatoes right down, or my beans, and oftentimes right out of the ground. So I'm trying to come to know bindweed a little bit differently. I've been doing a lot of reading in terms of the nutrients in the soil that it's lacking, and the reason it's so prolific, the reason it wants to grow and achieve its fullness so much that I can start planning amendments and techniques to help that bindweed recess and not grow. One of the things I've learned is that each of these flower heads will contain up to 5 seeds per head. So if you are able to catch it before it flowers and seeds, that you'll start to be able to deplete its stores. The other thing about the bindweed that I've discovered is that it has a really super long, I don't know if I can show you here, super long taproot, and it kind of runs parallel to the ground. Yeah, you can see that white, and it'll go for meters and meters and kilometers, it feels like sometimes. So even though I pull this out like that, the end of that root system will now grow another plant. So it's almost futile to be pulling them. Yet it's smothering my plants. So my strategy thus far has been to just monitor it, watch it, and then as it's encroaching on my garden and in the food forest area, I start to pull it back, pull this all out, give myself a little fresh start and buy myself some time, and then try to catch it before it flowers, so that we're not annually seeding. Ooh, something crawled on my foot there. So that it's not reseeding itself.